This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
As we go on the air at noon, we're following breaking news out of East St. Louis. The victim of a shooting was discovered in the parking lot of City Hall. We're told one person was shot on Route 3 between Cahokia Heights and Sauget and drove to East St. Louis City Hall for help. So far, no word on that victim's condition or whether anyone else was shot. Illinois State Police have temporarily closed a stretch of Route 3 as their investigation gets underway.
You know, it's very concerning, and I know that the highway department, I know that they do have cameras in certain areas, and, you know, we just need to start looking at them more and maybe possibly placing some more cameras in, you know, some of these places on the highway, you know, to try to stop some of these things from happening.
5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki is working to gather more information about the shooting. We'll update you on air on KSDK.com and on the 5 on your side app when we learn more. Thank you for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. We're also following changes in the weather. Another mild day, but there's a chance of rain tonight. Let's get right to meteorologist Jim Castillo. He's here with the weather impact forecast.
Yeah, it's almost like that last system, but not as warm. And then that rain chance is definitely in the nighttime hours. So after dark, after sunset, and you can tell today a beautiful day. Like Kay was saying, very mild out there. Some high clouds beginning to stream in. It is 55 degrees at this hour, and that is way above average. 44 is the average high temperature. Eventually, some cold air comes our way for Friday. More on that in Maine weather. But on the satellite radar shot, nothing in terms of rain or moisture in the state of Missouri or Illinois, but clouds are beginning to move in to western Missouri, even Pike County, Missouri. So some colder air is definitely moving in. So really average highs the next 2 days. So we'll be in the 40s tomorrow and also on Thursday. And that rain chance is tonight. It looks like it's a really small window. Not a ton of rain, but the rainfall amounts have gone up a little bit. And I'll have the details on that and the timing coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. The man accused of kidnapping and killing a Clayton mother appeared in federal court for an arraignment just a couple of hours ago. Emmanuel Suarez faces several charges, including first-degree murder in Michelle Hampton's death. Today, he pleaded not guilty to the federal charge of possessing a firearm as a felon, which could carry up to 15 years in prison. Police say Suarez was driving the truck when Hampton was taken from her home in November. Hours later, her body was found in North St. Louis. The second man accused in Hampton's murder appeared in court yesterday. Anwan Mosby pleaded not guilty to federal charges of kidnapping resulting in death and felony possession of a firearm. Mosby is set to make another court appearance in February. Also making his first court appearance yesterday, the man accused of killing a 16-year-old hockey player who was a passenger in his dad's car. Garrett Jordan pleaded not guilty to 6 charges against him. Our Megan Kernan brings us the latest on the investigation into the fatal shooting last month along I-55.
As a father myself, I pray this could bring a sense of relief and peace to Collins' family.
26-year-old Garrett Jordan was charged last Friday with multiple crimes, including first-degree murder. St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore thanked multiple agencies for making this arrest happen.
It's really an example of just everyone coming together and staying focused and being able to bring charges in a case that has really hit our community hard.
It all started on the night of November 23rd when Colin Brown and his dad were traveling home from a hockey game on Interstate 55 northbound. That's when police say there was another person driving southbound after just leaving Jordan's home. Investigators say Jordan was following that driver as he got onto the interstate. Court documents reveal multiple shooters fired at this other car, and police believe it was one of those bullets that took the teen's life.
Investigation involved extensive looks at, as you see in the PC statement, cell phone records, obviously witness interviews, and that's what led us to that conclusion.
Court documents say Jordan was released from federal prison for possession of a firearm months before the shooting. Illinois State Police Director Brendan Kelly said that Jordan's arrest is just the first step in this case.
There's more investigation to be done. And there is battles to be fought in the courtroom. And we know they have still that work to do.
Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Again, police say the case is still very active and they're not ruling out the possibility of more charges and arrests in the future. Garrett Jordan's next court hearing is set for January 10th. A family is without a home following a massive fire on Lake Serene near Pacific. Their house burned to the ground Sunday night. This isn't the first devastating fire the family suffered this year. In February, the couple lost their 2 grandchildren in a Cahokia Heights house fire. Today, our Laura Barczewski has more on how they're planning to move forward.
It was your average Sunday for Rick and Tina Metcalf. They were at their grandson's birthday party in Illinois and got back home to Lake Serene around 7.
As I rounded the corner, I could see the flames shooting. I looked at the wife and said, "That ain't our house." And it was our house.
Immediately, they tried to save what they could from their fiery home.
I ran into the basement to save our dogs. The fire and the smoke just blew me right to the floor, and I couldn't move. And it was so hot I couldn't do nothing but get out while I was screaming for my dogs.
Their dogs didn't make it, and while the firefighters worked to put out the flames, all the Metcalfs could do is watch their hard work, their livelihood, burn to the ground in just a few hours.
Utter terror. I'm a strong man, and I'm a proud man, and I don't ask for help often, and lost. Clueless.
Just 10 days before Christmas, they lost everything. They lived there with their daughter Tabitha and her boyfriend and had nearly finished building the home exactly how they wanted it.
And I don't care how long it takes, we're going to rebuild. We're going to, paycheck to paycheck, lumber load to lumber load. We'll get it eventually. I don't give up easy. I think I got one more in me.
Their community isn't giving up on them either.
From the photos, it looked like a whole neighborhood was on fire. Somebody said they heard an explosion.
That's Jenny Johannes. She works at On the Run in Pacific with Tabitha and decided to start collecting clothing and funds for the family.
We filled my car, their truck, and their daughter's car with all kinds of stuff, and donations are still pouring out. I appreciate everybody. Everybody has been wonderful.
And while they are still in need, they're so thankful to still have each other and a wonderful community this Christmas.
I just wanted to reach out to all the people that are reaching out to me and tell you God bless you all. Merry Christmas. I love you. Pray for us. Just pray. Keep sending the messages of prayer. We need it.
Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
Now the Metcalfs are staying at a nearby hotel as they look for more permanent housing. The Kirkwood School District is preparing for new leadership. Last night, the Kirkwood School Board announced Dr. Kenneth Rumpus as the next superintendent. He's currently the superintendent for the Francis Howell School District in O'Fallon, Missouri. Kirkwood's current superintendent, Dr. David Ulrich, is going to retire this summer. Rumpus' first day is set for July 1st. St. Louis University has named a new president. Dr. Edward Fazer will replace Fred Postello, who's retiring next year. Fazer is currently the provost and executive vice president of Oregon State University. Postello says Fazer's background will help the school reach, quote, new heights of distinction. He starts July 1st. President-elect Trump reviewing multiple policies ahead of Inauguration Day. Ahead, the major reform he's contemplating that could impact the U.S. Postal Service.
I was scared. Why did they do that? Why?
Young survivors of a school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin, still in shock. Coming up, what police have learned about the shooter.